This week's US CQM Forecast Alert is Latent True Economic Growth Rate 2023 Q1 is about 0.5%. Retail sales in March had the biggest impact on this week's CQM and PCA forecast. The actual value decreased by 1.0% compared to the ARIMA forecast of 0.94% increase. PPI for final demand for goods fell 1.0% in March, well below ARIMA forecast of minus 0.01%. As a result, CQM has revised upward inventory changes through inventory valuation adjustment. Economic growth rate on the expenditure side was revised up to 1.15%, while that on the income side was adjusted down to minus 0.22%. The average economic growth rate from both sides as the latent true economic growth rate is 0.46%. Headline inflation and GDP price deflator growth are now below 4%. However, the growth rate of the core PCE price deflator is over 4%. Inflation is a box range of 3.5% to 4.5%. Real retail sales in March had the biggest impact on PCA forecast of real GDP growth rate. They were down 1.04% compared to the ARIMA forecast of a 0.73% increase. The PCA had revised down its economic growth rate from 0.91% to 0.45%. The economic growth rate for the past 6 weeks has formed a downtrend. The projected economic growth rate is almost the same as the average economic growth rate for both the expenditure and the income side of CQM. The GDP price deflator was strongly influenced by the March CPI and PPI, and was revised downward from 4.38% to 3.81%. It almost matches the CQM forecast of 3.59%. As for the PCA forecast of real GDP growth, 15 economic indicators, including real retail sales, industrial production index, and stock prices, are used to construct the principal components. As for the PCA forecast of GDP price deflator, 8 economic indicators such as CPI, PPI, and money supply are used to construct the principal components. Conclusion from this week's US CQM Forecast Alert. First, latent true economic growth in 2023 Q1 is around 0.5%. Second, inflation is in the 3.5% to 4.5% range and does not show signs of declining rapidly. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast, the original developer of CQM and CQM theory papers.